Okay, it says I'm live finally. I hate this new studio they have. Everything's kind of messed up and running slow and annoying. Read that. Um, Actually, I want to start on that page. So, first, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a pretty short stream. I just kind of want to go over an update that the Tarantula Keeper Coalition put out after my last video about this. And I completely missed it, and I feel kind of stupid about that. And some people were asking me a bunch of questions, and this answers most of them. So I do want to go over that. But before I get into this article, I want to show you some of the other stuff that the Tarantula Keepers Coalition is doing. Let me scroll down here. This is one of the things that they're doing, helping Desert Wolf Spider Project. It's one of the projects going on. This here I find very interesting, and I think a lot of you will be interested in. We are kicking off our TKC US population project to get involved, post photos of Sri Lankan pokies, and use the hashtag TKC US population project so we can find your post. What is the TKC US population project? It is part of our mission to help the US hobby self-sustain as we become inhibited in our importations of the subspecies. Basically what they're doing is they're going to be working on getting breeding projects going for the pokies out there that we cannot no longer get into the country to help sustain the population we have in the hobby. These people are doing a lot of good work for us, and I really think we should be over there supporting them. So if you haven't already, please go to their Facebook page, like it, go bookmark their homepage. I have both in the description below. Like I said, these people are doing a lot of good work for us. So you guys really should support them. The same project, the U.S. Population Project, they're actually working on getting breeders more of these species of pokies so that they will be able to help breeding per state. So we get more and more and more into the hobby. So this is something that they're actually working on right now. Getting the tarantulas to breeders that can actually start breeding them. So this is actually a really good thing they're doing. I just want to point that out. But now let's get over to the update I was talking about. It's actually back from the 10th, which is only a few days after I did my last stream. But I missed this. When they were posting it, I thought it was the same thing as the last one. And I was just seeing it over and over. You know, Facebook does that. So let me do this real quick. And once again, like I said, I'm not going to read the whole thing because I want you to go over there and check out their site. But I'm going to give you at least some answers to some questions I've been asked. I'm not an expert in this in any way. You guys should be going over there and talking to these people. They know what they're talking about. But I'm just going to read what I know and try to spread the information. To our community of dedicated followers, we cannot thank you enough. The amount of shared and trafficked of our website is incredible, which is, like, I can't really help donate, so this is what I'm trying to do, is help bring more attention to them. So I'm going to get past all the thank yous. After our previous press release went live, board member Jared Martin was able to get connected via phone call with special agent in charge at United States Fish and Wildlife Services, Dan Coyle. Special Agent Coyle, who works in law enforcement policy and analysis, is stationed in the Virginia headquarters. Garrett sought clarification. I think it's Garrett. I hope I'm not saying his name wrong. I'm really sorry if I am. Sought clarification of the information that was given to us by the concerned hobbyist. See, March 7th. That's the one I read to you. Garrett advocated to the special agent Coyle the worries of hobbyists, vendors, and importers, and expressed that the community is in need of an official statement from Fish and Wildlife Services to be made public. Special Agent Quill provided many answers before Jared began asking questions. This has been applied now to all Brazilian imports, and flora and fauna and tarantulas were not singled out, according to Special Agent. So it wasn't just tarantulas. They hit everything coming from Brazil. For some reason, Brazil basically said they've set nothing out, and because they said it, if it's true or not, we have to follow their laws. That's what the Lacey Act says. But there is more coming up. There seems to be some misconceptions, says Jared. From the start of this, the TKC has been attempting to form a good relationship with the Fish and Wildlife Service, which I think is a really good idea. Helping to work with them, not fight them. You get more with honey than you do with vinegar type of concept. We are in no way trying to fight them or push any issues. We do not know why, but we do know Fish and Wildlife Service headquarters sent a request to Brazil for information regarding their tarantula species. Brazil replied that none of their species were ever exported for commercial purposes. As soon as Brazil was willing to put that in writing, Fish and Wildlife Services had no choice but to enforce the importation of all species. This was all confirmed in the phone conversation with Special Agent Dan Coyle. No amount of pushing or fighting it would have changed the chain of events to follow. Yeah, there's nothing we can really do unless you want to take it into a legal battle in court and basically get the Lacey Act changed, which I don't know if that's something they want to do or not, but right now, fighting with them isn't going to help. Gary was given permission to share the content of the phone call with Special Agent Coyle. Special Agent Coyle explained that using direct quotes would require a lengthy process of approval and thus delayed his ability to answer our urgent questions, although he would agree to release one if he wished to go that route. We were granted permission to paraphrase and give credit to Special Agent Coyle. Please note that we have used Special Agent Coyle's real name and station location and are thus not preventing anyone from verifying this reported encounter. Why are their imports being seized and what measures should importers take? Answer: from what we understand, species found in Brazil have been seized and are at risk of law enforcement action, as they are in violation of the Lacey Act. Importers should do their due diligence to not import any species endemic to Brazil. I'm not going to keep going to this because none of us are really importers, but basically, if you're importing, you should know this stuff already. This is your livelihood. What about these species that were already legally cleared at port and are in the hobby? Are they deemed illegal to trade, sell, and keep? Now, this is a question that I've been getting a lot. What happens, like, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of these species in the hobby in the United States right now. There's some of these species that are some of the most popular in the hobby, and are they all legal now? Or what do we do? Do we have to, like, turn all of our tarantulas into Fish and Wildlife Services for them to be disposed of or something? That's what a lot of people have been worried about, and this answer hopefully will help clear it up for you. From what we understand, if Fish and Wildlife Services legally cleared the animals before this new ruling, then it was indeed safe to keep, trade, sell, and breed such species without the fear of being prosecuted or worry of committing a crime. So there's some good news. So hopefully this will help clear that up for a lot of people. If your tarantula was cleared before all these problems, which basically everyone in the United States now would be considered cleared, I would assume, because they're stopping them at the border now. But as long as it's been in the hobby, it's been in the United States before this new ruling, you're fine. Those are fine to breed, sell, trade, all of that. Are we able to get an official outline to send out to the entire hobby? Answer: Fish and Wildlife Services has an official bulletin regarding this issue, which is currently in review. It is anticipated that the bulletin will be released within 1 month. So here, really soon, in the next couple of weeks, we should get this bulletin. Fish and Wildlife Services has also offered to have an agent present with the TKC at our first gathering at the Show Me Spiders Tarantula Takeover in April. This will be to answer questions and give insight of the work of the Fish and Wildlife Services and futures of our hobby, which we intend to live stream for those who are not able to attend. That's awesome. When did the rule come about? It was last year sometime. I don't know the exact date. You have to look into it. Like I said, I'm not an expert in this. I'm just kind of relaying. I'm pretty sure it was like early last year, so about a year ago. Anything from Brazil imported with that time is illegal. But majority of the stuff in the hobby has already been here for a very long time. Been bred here, not imported. So that shouldn't be much of a problem. So they will have that. I'm not even going to get into that Show Me Spiders thing. I'm not going to read this. This is his thing. I really just kind of wanted to, that's his take. If you want to hear what he has to say more on the topic, please go to the site. It's in the description below, and take a look and read it for yourself. I really just did this to try to get that information out. I want to make sure that people know that, because people were really getting, worried. I had people in my comments, people messaged me asking, does that mean that I'm gonna have to give up my spiders or my tarantulas. Am I gonna have to turn them in, or what can happen? And because I know if you're keeping an illegal species in your house, they, from what I understand, have the right to come in and take not just that one, but all the animals. And I'm pretty sure that's not limited to the tarantulas. They could take all the animals in your house. Yeah, now, yeah, I'm back to, I own mine again. Yeah, I didn't actually sell them, people. That's, I was telling everybody, I sold them. I will sell them again if this changes, but, for now. So yes, please, everybody, go over, take a look at these. Like I said, there is a donation link if you want to help out to this cause. They are doing a lot of good work. If you look over here, like I said, they're helping out the Desert Wolf Spider Project. Here is the update we just talked about. The update I already read. But there are some other things they're doing. Like I said, they're working with the Pokies. There's a beloved tarantula bird. Undescribed species of tarantula from land cleared in Sri Lanka. They're trying to help with that over there. So they're working on raising some money. They have some projects going on. Please go and check out Tarantula Keepers Coalition. And please, if you can help them out, if you could just spread the word about them. They said they're doing a bunch of good work for the hobby. They're doing it for us. They're not asking for anything really. They're kind of doing it on their own time, and they all have their own businesses, their own lives. So we should be trying to support them where we can. And I'm actually just gonna cut the stream here because I want to keep this pretty short so people can come and just watch a short stream on this topic. So thank you everybody for showing up as watching. If you guys can hit the like button, share this around so people know that the species that right now, from what we understand, if the species that are in the country already are safe. So you guys don't all have to go start finding hiding places for your Brazilian blacks and stuff like that under the floorboards and the attic. No, we should be good. I hope. And with that, I'm going to say good night to everybody.